Hi viewers, it's me, David. And right now I'll be telling you another story. It's called Left Out. The story starts off with a young teenage boy named Brian, who is sitting down on the couch, just watching TV. Then his big sister Elsie goes down the stairs and sits next to him. When Brian sees Elsie sitting next to him, he smiles because, as she's his only sister, he loves her very much. The two of them hug each other on the couch and continue watching TV. A few minutes later, their little brother Russell also walks down the stairs as well. He sits down in between Brian and Elsie. After sitting in between them, the three of them hug each other and continue watching TV. Just then, their big brother Anthony walks down the stairs. But when he tries to sit down with them, Brian politely says, "Oh, I'm sorry, Anthony, but I'm sitting with my favorite siblings. Maybe later, when there's room on the sofa as well." Brian winks at Anthony, hurting his feelings in the process. Anthony sulks and walks back upstairs, and then his little brother Sammy walks down the stairs. But guess what? When Sammy tries to sit down with his siblings, he gets the same replies as Anthony got. Elsie says to Sammy, "Oh, Sammy, I'm sorry, but I'm sitting with my favorite siblings. Maybe later. Also when there's room on the couch." Elsie gives Sammy a sweet smile, much to Sammy's dismay. Sammy leaves off in a huff, and Elsie, Brian, and Russell go back to watching TV. However, upon hearing these comments, Russell starts to feel a little bothered by the way Brian and Elsie are treating their big brother and little brother. Russell mutes the TV for a brief moment and talks to Elsie and Brian. "Elsie, Brian," says Russell, "Anthony and Sammy are our siblings. You should love them as much as you love each other and me." Brian says, "But I bond with Elsie the most." And Elsie says, "And I bond with Brian the most. Me and Brian bond each other the most." Russell, "Yes, that's great, but don't play favorites among siblings. Sure, you can play favorites among friends or food, but you should never play favorites among siblings. Now I think before we resume watching TV, you owe Anthony and Sammy an apology." Upon hearing these words, Brian and Elsie finally realize their mistake. So they leave Russell with a muted TV for a while, and they walk up to Anthony. Anthony sits on the rug, frowning at them, until Brian and Elsie give Anthony an apology. "Anthony, I'm sorry for saying that you're not my favorite." Elsie, "Me too. We were horrible siblings to you." And Anthony says, "I forgive you, but you still love me, right?" And Elsie and Brian say, "Of course, we do. Now we'll make some room for you on the couch." Anthony smiles and hugs them, and he goes downstairs. Then they meet Sammy, who is also sitting on the rug, frowning at them. The two siblings give their apology, and after a moment's thought, Sammy forgives them. And the five siblings end up watching TV all together, with smiling faces.